Hello, and welcome to the Shining Light Podcast. This is a platform where we let our individual light shine through our personal testimonies of the restored gospel of Jesus Christ and the many blessings it brings to our lives. Here's our host, Dontrell Morrow.
All right, thank you for joining us for another episode. I am truly excited to be having this interview that we are about to conduct with two missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints here in the Texas Houston East Mission. Now, as you know, I love doing these interviews in part because I feel it gives us members an opportunity to get to know the young men and women who are out serving tirelessly every day for all of us and for the Lord. And you know, the sacrifices and the things that they give up, I mean, it's truly incredible and a testament to not only the power of the gospel, but the nature of the human spirit. And so today I am going to be introducing you to Elder Ray and Elder Coates. And to start out, I'm going to ask both of them to share a little bit about themselves, where they're from, some of their favorite hobbies back at home, and my favorite question, what made them decide to serve a mission? So, since I get to pick one of you, I think I'm going to start with the trainer because that's always the fun. Like the seasoned missionary can get us started. So, Elder Ray, if you would.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Elder Ray. I'm from the Twin Falls, Idaho area. For fun back home, I like to duck hunt. I played a lot of sports. I ran cross country, played basketball, and worked. I worked a lot. That's my family's motto is, if you're not working, you're doing something wrong. So we worked a lot. And to answer Dontrell's question, what made me come out on a mission, it started with a selfish reason. I hate education. I hate school. It just didn't settle well with me. And so I had two options, to either come out on a mission or to go to school. And so I decided to serve a mission. And of course, regions change and the regions have changed. The reason I'm out here is I've seen the blessings of the gospel that brings to people's lives. And so I say the big reason I'm out here right now is to bring that peace and happiness that the gospel brings to my life.
That's so cool. And I think that's awesome. I mean, I understand being in education, like it's, you know, it is challenging and it's not for everyone. So, you know, the good thing is we know that the Lord has a path for each of us. And I think your mission is going to help you figure that out a lot more. So good job for you. And Elder Coates?
I'm Elder Coates. I'm from the Cache Valley, Utah area. I love playing lacrosse, skiing, mountain biking, all that good stuff in the mountains. I haven't been out all that long, but I think that one of the main reasons that I'm out here serving a mission is to grow up, not only in kind of a earthly sense, but also a spiritual sense, because I think a lot of my life I've kind of just... Our motto has always been work hard, play hard, and I'm trying to work on that whole working part. So that's a little bit about me.
Nice. Well, I think that you are going to find that the mission will give you so many opportunities to really, you know, put your shoulder to the wheel, as the song says, and really get into that work. So good for you. And yes, so, you know, both of you, especially you, Elder Coach, saying you're pretty new. How long have you been out, by the way?
I've been out for about 8 weeks now.
8 weeks. That's such a magical time on the mission. I think Elder Ray would even agree with that.
Definitely. It's a time to grow and to learn, so...
Yes, and learning the area and all these different things. Now, one of the things I'm curious to know, especially with the unprecedented times that we're in because of COVID-19, how have you seen that, like, affect, you know, what your initial thoughts of a mission would be? I mean, I know, like, for myself, the experience, you know, a decade or so ago, you know, it was completely different, and we had that more traditional path that, you know, we'd known and had been talked about. But with all the changes that have happened, and Elder Ray, you've been out for how long yourself?
About 14 months.
About 14 months. So you saw the change really in the middle of it happening. So I'm interested to hear your perspectives on, what you felt during that time and how it's kind of, adapted your views of the mission service.
So when I first came out and kind of got to the MTC, you heard stories. Oh, you'll be out there tracking all day. You'll be talking to everyone on the streets, work, work, work. You'll come home dog tired, go to bed, start up the next day, same thing. And then about 6 months in, we got shut into lockdown. And we were told we can't go outside, can't have contact with anyone. And there have been days on my mission where I spent over 48 hours without going outside. And it definitely humbled me a lot, because at the beginning of my mission, it was always get out the door, talk to as many people as you can, and try to share the gospel. And that was a sense of work that was fulfilling, but it wasn't effective. We didn't get the opportunity to teach as many people. When I got locked inside here, I hadn't taught that many people. Is same first discussion over and over again, repetition over repetition. And then we got locked inside, and I thought, well, game over. No one's going to want to talk to us. But I can honestly say that for the past 6 months, being locked inside and being able to work via technology, it's allowed me to understand the gospel and to help see that people are more humble and willing to listen.
Absolutely. And Elder Coach, same question for you.
So, a wise man once told me that novel problems require novel solutions. So we can't apply the same tactics that we've been using in our life to conquer problems that we haven't ever faced before. And that's kind of the way that I view my mission. I think I'm an avid puzzler. I love puzzles. And when you come across a new puzzle, you have to kind of come at it at a different direction. And I haven't been out here very long, but what I've seen is that as you kind of try to think of creative ways to conquer problems, that's when you find the best solutions. That's when you find the people that you're able to talk to, and that's when the Spirit can really work through you. Because when you're not just doing the same thing over and over again, you are able to kind of personalize your message to each person and to use the Spirit, because obviously I can't personalize the message to whoever needs it, but the Spirit definitely can. And if I'm willing to put in the work to be worthy of that Spirit, I think that that's definitely the way that the work truly should go about.
That is absolutely profound, Elder Coach. I love that. And, I have to say, thinking about doing different things in different ways, I think you're absolutely right, because it's a tried and true method that if you, and that was actually, I feel like a lot of the saints, the early saints, starting with Joseph Smith, thinking outside of the box is what gave them so many more opportunities to receive revelation, to do things that had never been done before. So look at that, Elder Ray. You got a ray of sunshine right over here. You're doing well already. That's great. So with the mission now, being in the phase that it's in, how have you liked having more of a digital, virtual way of teaching the gospel and kind of experiencing that? What has that been like, and what have you seen so far?
I really like it because it allows us to learn how to use technology righteously while we have the Spirit in great abundance. And it's allowed us to, like Elder Coach said, personalize our message, because we are able to create videos, create posts that one video might not touch the same person, but it reaches a wide area of people, I guess. And so for me, it's been able to cast those nets wider than we have been in the past.
To be quite honest, I hated social media. And that was something that I kind of had to get over when I got out here, is the idea that social media is a method that people use to find information, and I think they are searching for a sense of community. And that's kind of an innate feeling that each of us has, that we kind of are looking for, in a sense, the gospel, but I think a lot of people don't know that. And that's why they maybe turn to social media. And so if we can show them the true way to find that community where they're searching for it, I think that's a really great way to help them out.
That's awesome. And I think it's interesting that you had, that viewpoint on social media at first. It has kind of overtaken our lives for sure. The workplace, the anything that you do is pretty much on there now. And I like that you're learning how to use it, and use it for a positive reason. I think Elder Bednar gave a talk some years ago about, spreading the gospel as a tidal wave using social media. He gave that, that invitation to all of us members to do that. And so I think you missionaries may actually get a chance to really say, I have put that into practice, like really, so on my mission, and that's the best place to do it. I wanted to also know, just out of curiosity, what are some things that you feel have gotten you through some of the ups and downs that you faced just in the mission life? And, not just counting COVID, but just, the everydays, the highs and the lows that we all experience as, trying to do any righteous and decent work. How have you found the gospel, to be that light to help lead you through that darkness?
For me, I'd say it comes from the Book of Mormon. I've really come to understand that the Book of Mormon is the keystone of our religion for a reason. I tell this to people all the time. The Book of Mormon has the same words over and over again. It's the same words as many times you read it, but it has a different message. And to me, that's been one of the giant resources that I've had to lean on to during my mission, especially during COVID. Another one is the support of my family. I really appreciate the fact that we get to talk to them every Monday, because it's a chance for us to share the gospel and to reach out to the family members back home who maybe have not grasped fully onto the gospel, and we receive strength from them and they receive strength from us.
To me, it's honest conversations about the gospel, because we're taught in the scriptures that we're supposed to ponder, and I think that there's no better way to ponder than in an honest discussion, because when we're able to ask ourselves those deep questions and those questions of the soul, being able to have someone to discuss them with and kind of bounce ideas off of really has helped me grow my testimony, because it makes me ponder more than when I'm by myself. And I think that that's kind of what sparks me to search the scriptures, and those conversations have been the blessing in my life that I've needed.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you to both, for honestly coming out and choosing to be a part of this great work. And, I hope that you both come to love Texas and to see all of the great things. We all pray that this COVID experience will be over soon and you'll get the full, rich experience of being here. But I can honestly say it is definitely awesome. Now, I would like to ask you, considering right now that we're still in the middle of this pandemic and we don't know how long it's going to be, we know that there's a lot of other young men and women who are in the process of, finishing high school, getting ready to prepare to serve a mission, but are feeling very hesitant because they don't know how to gauge what's going on. Maybe their parents are feeling a little uneasy in some cases about having them go out in this kind of environment, considering everything going on. So what would be some words of advice that you would give to young missionaries that could be pondering right now and trying to decide if this is something that they want to do now, or if they would rather choose to wait until the time seems more certain or more, perfect timing?
For me, I would say if you wait, it's just going to get harder to go. And we've been told by prophets that we were held off and reserved for this time period. Elder Coates experienced the online MTC for a reason. He came out here for a reason during this time. I came out and had the opportunity to experience kind of the both 50-50 opportunity of a mission. So for those of you who would be kind of hesitant on going and saying, maybe I'll wait for the pandemic to get over, we don't know when the pandemic will be over. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. I was told there's more life after the mission than there is before. And to shape the life after the mission, you have to go on a mission. So my invitation to you is just go. Just go and you won't regret it. I haven't regretted a minute of it.
If you have a desire to serve him, you are called to the work. I think that there's definitely a lot of work that can be done at home, but there is a reason that we're serving missions. And I think that reason a lot of the times is for us more than others. And if it's going to take waiting a couple months for you to go out on your mission and be able to be converted, wait those couple months. If you need to plunge in. We're given a knowledge of good and evil, and we're told if we ask questions, God will give us the answers. So take it to the Lord. He'll let you know what you need to do.
My brothers, thank you so much for giving me some of your time and sharing your thoughts and insights. I would like to invite you to please, if you have that opportunity to come back, like to share more thoughts, especially as you continue to go through your mission service, please do. We definitely love to hear how you've grown and what more you've learned out there. And to all of you out there listening, thank you so much for joining us for another episode, and we will be bringing you another inspirational message soon.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode. Please join us again next time.